Yes, the straight shooter from the head. WWE 2K16 DLC. A whole new approach. I'm talking about using stuff that's already out there, like the toys we grew up on and some of the DVD videos, some of the pay-per-views we grew up on. Like, this is the back of a toy for Randy Macho Man Savage. Like, even if we had bought the toys in the Legend series, and they automatically be unlocked and we can use them. Now, Sergeant Slaughter is the first one I'm going to start with. Now, it would be cool if we could just pick this package up, and then we got Sergeant Slaughter, you know what I'm saying? And we got the whole package of what he was wearing, or we can get the deluxe package of Sergeant that comes with some of his enemies. That's maybe $14.99, some of the arenas he grew up in, some of his bitterest matches, and things like that. We could also get the same for Reyes Ramon. I mean, it would just be cool to go look up on WWE 2K16 and see that there, or even Bret the Hitman Hart there. You know, this is actually the back of the old toys, and that would actually be cool too. A screen you unlock, you unpackage it and everything, much like these here Killer Bees, which was a great team. I mean, and I also think they should give people gimmicks, like they put the snake on people at the end, almost like a fatality. Like, if you store it through the universe, if you store enough like finishers, you could actually use like the Horseman to jump somebody, or these guys in the case would be like switching the mask, because they put on masks and they can switch in and out without you seeing what's going on. It would just be cool to use these boxes, or at least let us use it in the creative. That would be cool. This is Billy Jack Hayes, and I would love to have him on the game. I believe he's in the 4th series. I'm not sure. Hercules Hernandez. Yeah, he's in Series 4 for sure. Like, it would be cool if they released these series, man, and let us just get all these. I mean, Hercules Hernandez was raw, and he's not really on too many games like that. I would love to have that version right here in the game. Or you can unlock Hercules Hernandez and get all his versions. And maybe some Birdman. I really like the Birdman, but if you could like get the deluxe Birdman and get, you know, his title matches and some of the winners he fought, and maybe some of his enemies and allies, that would be cool. Like, we just need to do it differently. Like, look at that. That would be cool if, you know, it's up on the screen like that. Get Kamala in the exact same gear from the toy or whatever. I mean, and you just, you know, unlock it, or allow us to do that. Allow us to package it up and even maybe sell it for like $1 a credit or something. Like, even like sell it, package it up, and make it look like this. That's Outback Jack, and that would be super cool. Like, to me, like, for a whole new way of doing DLC. Now, as far as the toy series goes, there's so many different series, and people are collectors anyway. It would make people want to do it more. Like, Outback Jack is somebody who's unsung, but people love him. Jesse Ventura, who has never been in the game. I mean, you guys want to push this channel you guys got with all this great wrestling? Now, you guys need to incorporate it with the WWE 2K16, you know? Allow people who get the WWE Network to get the DLC for free or something like that, or half off, or the season pass half off, or the season pass. You want to sell that network? That'll do her. That'll do her. This is Corporal Cursor. I really liked this guy, man. They didn't really do a lot with him, but they need to bring him. And George the Animal, still another one they didn't put in the game, but he's been in Legends of Wrestling, man. And look at that green tongue. Allow us to do it, man. Allow us to create them. I mean, if you don't, at least give us the tools to create these people. JYD. Yeah, that was my guy, man. I love the Junkyard Dog. He had a huge pop in it. He needs to be in the game. He needs to be in every game every year. And another thing, man, don't take characters out the game. And I hate getting DLC. I mean, I want to see how big this game could build. Like, JYD was nice though. Hillbilly Jim, another one. Don't go messing with a country boy. You know, you sang that song, man. You good at that, but I'm just saying that Hillbilly Jim was nice, and it would be cool to have Hillbilly Jim in the game. You know, especially in that package right there. You feel me? Kerry Von Erich. This is the Legend series too. They even had Kerry Von Erich in like 3 or 4 different versions, even his WCW version. Here goes Macho Man Randy Savage. If you guys really want this stuff to sell, these people to collect, incorporated with the WWE 2K16. Of course, if you get the season pass, you still get the guys, but if it'd be just be cool, like, okay, I could get Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, and then you guys got something that scans all the toys you guys got out there, and it just puts him in the game in that outfit he's wearing. You know what I'm saying? Somewhat similar to the thing. He goes Flying Brian, the Flying Bullet. I mean, I really like Flying Brian. He would have his WCW attire and all that stuff if we got the deluxe version of Flying Brian. But this is the Terry Funk I like. And that's why these deluxe versions would be so cool, because you could unlock all the gears he's had, in each gimmick he's had, or for lack of a better word, I should say. But he used to brand people with that. He used to brand them with it. And then you could have Dusty Rhodes, of course, the deluxe version that would have, you know, his Florida version, his NWA version, his WWF version, his WCW version. Here we go with Kerry Von Erich, another version. This is the Texas Tornado version of Kerry Von Erich. And here we go, Akeem, my bad. Akeem. And then we got Bam Bam Bigelow. I mean, Akeem, I really didn't like him, but with that outfit now, I would love to have him in the game. And that's how deep this stuff is, even people didn't like. Now, give us some Wahoo McDaniel. And this is what I mean by, like, the deluxe version. And if you got a Wahoo, maybe the deluxe version will come with, like, a different match. Like, you give us the strap match with the Wahoo McDaniel, then you give us the Manny Fernandez beef, or you give him the Magnum TA beef. But Magnus coming up next. I got a lot to say about him being on the game. But it's time for some people like these guys to get on the game. I mean, the people who grew up on them getting older and older, man. Then you got Telly Blanchard, man. Would they ever put Telly on the game? Like, who did Telly piss off? I mean, this guy is nice. But I would love to have the whole Horseman on the game, jumping people. Yeah, and if you save up enough, you could jump people with the Horseman, and Brutus Beefcake maybe cuts people's hairs off. But Telly Blanchard had a great feud with my favorite wrestler, Magnum TA. Now, y'all got him in the series, man. These grown men don't play with toys. They'll get them to collect them, but they will jump on the game. A lot of these cats don't even know this game is out, man. Madden does a better job of informing the older people that the game is out, you know. Like, look at that, though. That's Dusty and Magnum TA, and that would just be tight to have them together. I remember they were in this gimmick where they both put on masks, somewhat like the Killer Bees, and you know, but theirs was different because they had got beat and they couldn't go against the team again, so they wore masks. Basically, their same outfits with masks on. Everybody knew it was them. This is their masks, right? Everybody really knew it was them. You could tell it was Magnum. You could tell it's Dusty. And it was just horrible, man. I mean, it was off the chain, but it was horrible how they did them. Then you got my favorite team, The Rock and Raw Express. Them the Road Warriors, my favorite team. Them the Road Warriors and the Bulldogs. You know, and the Killer Bees. I love the teams, but the Rock and Roll Express, they never got in the game. Besides Legends of Wrestling, can we get the Rock and Roll Express in? If not, give us the bandana so we can make them. Now, here are the Rockers. This is the direct bite of the Rock and Roll Express. I mean, they started off at AWA. They've actually feuded with each other, but they took everything from the Rock and Roll Express. They were a good team. I like both teams. I mean, there was room for that. The Rock and Roll Express wasn't them hateful guys like that. It was room for that back then. And then you got the Midnight Express. Now, there was feuds between the Rockers and the Rock and Roll Express, but the Midnight Express and the Rock and Roll Express was the biggest thing going, period. In the wrestling world, there wasn't a bigger tag team conflict. And then you got the Bushwhackers, another team I love, man. You know what I'm saying? They was just nice. They was just raggedy, rough, toothless, and kicking a whole lot of ass. That's just how they got down, man. And we put the Bushwhackers in the game. Then you got Cowboy Bob Orton, and you got Roddy Piper. Now, this would just be a cool way to do it. Even if it just looks like this on the game, and then you get the DLC, and it unlocks them. You feel me? That's why it's a Strike Force, man. I really love the Strike Force, man. Let's bring them back. And that's what I mean. Like, let's just say we got a Tito Santana Deluxe. Then we would unlock Rick Martel. We wouldn't unlock all his guys, but we'd have the Strike Force Rick Martel. Now that would be cool. Same with this, like that. This was a really good team, put together team, but it was a very good WWE team. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see them in the game. But this team, this is the Russians. That's
one of the best teams ever, these Russians, man.
I mean, they need to get these guys on the game. If you guys could put them in these servers, and this, even stuff like this, now this would be harder, but if you could pull this off and get this is a battle to the finish. The AWA characters, Larry Zbyszko, Ric Flair, then you got the Freebirds. I mean, you got him in WWE 2K16 interviewing Stone Cold, put them in the game, man. But these, you guys want to sell this stuff? You guys got this WCCW all over the thing, man. Give something people, something they can interact with it live right now. Put it on the game. The Freebirds were Raw. Here's the Fabulous Ones. Another great tag team from the AWA. You see the step of approval AWA to the left. Now WWE owns this. They can release some of this stuff in some type of like the AWA series or something like this is Precious and Gorgeous Jimmy Garvin. I mean, and Steve Regal. I really liked that team. That was Mr. Electricity right there. This team really got down to me. I felt like they should have stayed together a little bit longer because they could have went to the WWE with it, I believe. Here you go, the Nature Boy, that man, Ric Flair. I mean, you can have a deluxe version of Flair. See, the whole thing is to do things differently. Give us that feeling back. How I ran my game, I had a whole bunch of music also from Prime Time. I downloaded this music and used it on my game. Now here's the Road Warriors. That's another thing. You can get the deluxe Road Warriors and they can have a scaffold match against the Midnight Express. Will come with their package and with the Midnight Express outfit they wore that night, the night of the Skywalkers. I mean, it would just be so fresh to put these Warriors and put this stuff in there. Here goes Gorgeous Jimmy Garvin and Big Scott Hall. If you guys could put these guys in the game like Scott Hall, at least give us his AWA version too, man. That would be just nice, man. And especially if we got the little Scott Hall Deluxe Division, we get all versions of him, Razor Ramon and all that. And then the ladder match with Shawn. And then he go to High Flyers, really great team from the AWA, one of the first high flying teams actually. He goes another version, the Fabulous Ones. Steve Curran, Stan Lane. I really like that team, man. That was a really good team. Here goes grudge matches. That's another thing. You can have the rivals, like the top 30 rivals you guys have all those matches from there. It's time to do something different. And here goes all the tag teams that was associated. You got the Long Riders to the right and down. I really like them. And then you got Gagne's Raiders. I really didn't like that team, but okay. But give us Paul Ellering too with the Road Warrior package. Give us like all the times they won the title and the team they beat. And they even got the WCW. So you guys own all this, but it doesn't have to be toys, man. It doesn't have to be that. You guys could give us like 1987 War Games. You know what I'm saying? If this was off the chain right here. This is when you also had 3 matches with Nikita. He had got hurt, so it's like 3 of his best matches, him against Kamala, and with Kamala getting in the game, that would be nice too. Give us the Magnum TA package, and he can have the I Quit match with Telly Blanchard, and we get Telly Blanchard how he dressed that night, and what he was wearing, and what he, like his moves from that night. I mean, it could be just nice, man. And another thing is, like, it would be cool to have the Jim Crockett Senior Memorial Cup up in there too, the tag team tournament, this dusty thing y'all doing. But just give us the Jim Crockett tag team tournament where teams from all over the world came. And it would be cool if we could play this just like we watch it on WWE Network. If we could play this on our game, the whole pay-per-view, and like maybe get a person in there. This is 87. Like, let's just say we want to go with the Rock and Roll Express, and we could try to fight our way all the way through there, and even make it like where we could do a 2-player for the Jim Crockett Memorial Tournament. I mean, it's Jim Crockett. And you could do a Starrcade like thing too, like a whole Starrcade like collection. The best 10 matches of Starrcade. That would be tied on the best. And here goes the Survivor Series. Then I would like to see the first one. You know what I'm saying? They give us the 4-on-4, man, or 5-on-5 at that. You know. And then I would love that WrestleMania 4. I mean, I would love that. On some real talk. With Macho Man that did that tournament, went through everybody. Then you would get Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, Duggan, DiBiase, Rock, Bravo, Steve-O, Valentine, Reddy Savage, Natural Butch Reed, Bam Bam, one-man game, Jake the Snake and Rick. I mean, that would be nice. Like, let us buy that little pay-per-view on the game to play and run through for like a little $14, $19.99. Have a bunch of pay-per-views like that, man. You can go get like 400 wrestlers and let us like get them at $4.99 a piece, $2.99 a piece, and they get a percentage of whatever they sell on there. That's a way to put more wrestlers on there. And give us the machines, or at least the machine masters. That would be pretty cool. You know, just give us more tools so we can get the job done of what we want, or give us what we want. Thank you. Straight shooter letting off with a 5-gun salute.